All right, I wanted to make a quick video on this. I mean, I did some research and I heard a lot of good things about these Mityvacs, but when I needed it, I probably wasn't half a dozen pumps in, and the handle flew off it. So I should have grabbed this first, I guess. What is on the back here? What does all the pumping is this is connected to this rod right here that looks like a circle, right? And normally they just have these little pins in there, which is fine, except if that rod is to turn, in this case vertically, you can see there's a huge slot there. Next thing you know, the handle goes flying. And what do? I'm certainly not going to replace it with that. And that's just a crap design. The rest of it has been fine. What I did is I took a piece of the wire you see in there now. It's a pretty hard wire. It was made to support like a little outdoor tent, like a net. Just a netting tent. So it's made to be flexible, but it's pretty strong. Like, I have to use my Dremel to cut it. It's not the prettiest looking, but I had shoved it through the side. But the problem was then I didn't, because the part that moves, the rod here that does the pumping action, was sticking out so much, I lost about a third of the travel. That night, I probably pumped this thing a good 500 times to try to get all the air out of a steering system. And unfortunately, it's either the rack or the pump. I don't know. But anyway, I just put a straight piece through there where it's sticking out on the sides for the time being. And then I was trying to think, okay, how can I do this? Because they mean for that little piece to go in here horizontally and stay down in these two little wells that are on the side. And that's just not going to happen. That's not reality. Anyone that's had experience with these things, I'm sure they've seen it. You can just barely see the wear marks on both sides of where it was before it came off. And that's really the only thing holding the handle on. You see how I pushed that right off. So I wanted to make a quick video of what I did. I don't have measurements. I don't think it really matters. As long as you get the gist of what I did. I just wanted to pass something along. That's a good, simple fix. Now, like I said, this wire is pretty hard. So my first bend, I just put it in a vise and carefully just hammered it over. The second one was a bit tricky because I had to pinch it between my needle nose and then put my needle nose end in the vise and tighten that down. And you don't want to over tighten it. You'll break your needle nose because that, the vise is going to put a lot of pressure on there. And then I believe I did the same thing for this. This doesn't go in here very far at all. And what I did is I just drilled a hole. It doesn't even go, well, it does, I think it's on the inside, but it doesn't matter. That's probably not more than a 1/10 inch or so. And that's all that matters. It just captures it. And it offers a little bit of a spring tension too. So it'll hold itself in place. I guess it doesn't really matter what you use as long as the wire is just durable enough. It can't be too soft or else it's just not gonna work. The only drawback was, like I said, it's pretty hard stuff. It fit through the hole fine. It doesn't impede on any of the operation whatsoever. So to me, that's more of a permanent fix. The way it runs up through the top here is not going to let it rotate much at all. when it comes down the side and then locks into this. Like I said, I didn't drill. It's probably, like I said, you don't see it on this side, so it's probably about 1/10 of an inch deep. And I just hooked that over, cut that end off with the Dremel. I don't think you need dimensions. Like I said, just looking at this should give you all you need. I just wanted to pass it along because that is a crap solution to an otherwise decent product, in my opinion. I mean, I did some research before I got it, and it seemed, no complaints. But when I called the company, they were aware of it. I would think that they'd want to do something like this. This doesn't seem like it would cost that much. They would just have to have, in their molding or tooling, they'd have to have a hole here for that to go down and just snap on. Anyway, I just wanted to pass it along. It worked great for me, and I hope it works good for you too.